Dear students, in this video lecture, we are going to discuss the measurement of accidents at construction sites. In previous lecture, we saw different types of accidents, their causes. Now in this lecture, we will see how we can measure the intensity of those accidents. What are the parameters on the basis of which we are going to judge that a particular accident is of severe category or of minor category. So accidents are judged by the disablement they cause. Accidents are judged. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about the measurement of accidents. In previous lecture, we saw the different types of accidents, their causes, and how these accidents took place. Now, how are we going to measure the intensity of these accidents or measure the disablement, the injuries caused due to these accidents? So, the injuries caused are classified into two types. One is partial disablement and the other one is total disablement. Partial disablement is where the disablement is of a temporary nature, as disablement that reduces the earning capacity of a workman. So accident took place and suppose the bones are broken, got plastered. So for a time period, for a short time period, the person will not be able to earn or will not be able to work. So it has ultimately reduced the earning capacity of a working person or a worker. So this type of disablement is partial disablement. Next is total disablement. Total disablement is what? That in total disablement, a person is not at all fit for working. He has got such sort of deformation that he is unable to work at a construction site. That means a permanent type of damage is there. And he is unable to perform any activity, any construction activity due to the accident. So these two types of disablements are there. Now, in order to measure the accidents, the intensity of the accidents, we have three parameters. One is injury frequency rate. Injury frequency rate, it is defined as the number of disabling injuries into 10 lakh upon number of man hours worked. What is this man hours? The number of laborers working, the number of men working into number of hours they worked. This is man hour. Okay. So injury frequency rate, it is defined as the number of disabling injuries per 10 lakh man hours worked. Okay. A disabling injury is an injury which causes a loss of working time beyond the day. What is defined as a disabling injuries? Disabling injury? Disabling injury का मतलब ये है कि उसका कुछ वक्त जो है वो लॉस हुआ, इतने वक्त के लिए वो काम नहीं कर पा रहा है, जॉब पे नहीं जा पा रहा है, साइट पे नहीं जा पा रहा है, तो वो जो टाइम लॉस हुआ किसी इंजरी की वजह से, this type of injury is known as disabling injuries. Okay. So injury frequency rate can be calculated. That means what is the frequency of the accident? How common this incident is occurring? Next is injury severity rate. Injury severity rate is what? What is the severeness of this accident? How severe is the accident? What is the intensity of the accident? That is measured by injury severity rate. So it is defined as number of days lost because of injuries per 1000 man hours worked. Number of days lost, ना जितना दिन का लॉस हुआ, जैसे कोई एक्सीडेंट हुआ, अब उसकी वजह से 10 दिन साइट बंद रही, कोई काम नहीं हुआ साइट पे, तो ये 10 दिन क्या है, दिस इज द लॉस्ट नंबर ऑफ डेज लॉस्ट इनटू 1000 अपॉन नंबर ऑफ मैन आवर्स वर्क, कितने लोगों ने काम किया इनटू कितने आवर्स काम किया। सपोज 50 लोगों ने काम किया, 8 घंटे हर दिन काम किया, तो नंबर ऑफ मैन आवर्स 50 इंटू 8, 50 इंटू 8। ओके, देन थर्ड पैरामीटर इज इंजरी इंडेक्स। इट डिफाइंस बोथ फ्रीक्वेंसी एज वेल एज सिविरिटी। फ्रीक्वेंसी क्या है और सिविरिटी क्या है एक्सीडेंट की, दोनों को डिफाइन करता है इंजरी इंडेक्स रेट। इंजरी इंडेक्स क्या होगा, फ्रीक्वेंसी रेट इंटू सिविरिटी रेट अपॉन 1000। Now, let us consider an example for your convenience. One example is there. A contractor who employs an average of 350 men, 36 hours per week for 35 weeks, has 10 disabling injuries and total of 50 days lost. So we have to calculate injury frequency rate, injury severity rate and injury index. ये तीन चीज़ें निकालनी है। इंजरी फ्रीक्वेंसी रेट के लिए क्या करेंगे, नंबर ऑफ डिसेबलिंग इंजरीज, डिसेबलिंग इंजरीज कितनी है, 10 है, 10 है, ठीक है, इंटू 10 लाख, 10 इंटू 10 लाख अपॉन नंबर ऑफ मैन आवर्स वर्क। मैन आवर्स निकालने के लिए क्या करेंगे, कितने मैन हैं, 350 मैन, 350 लोग हैं, उसमें कितने घंटे काम किया, 36 घंटे पर वीक, 36 घंटे पर वीक। इसका मतलब है कि 36 इंटू 35, 35 हफ्तों तक काम किया, 36 तो हो गया एक हफ्ते के लिए, इंटू 35, तो दिस इज द टोटल मैन आवर। ओके, सिमिलरली इंजरी सिविरिटी रेट, नंबर ऑफ डेज लॉस्ट, नंबर ऑफ डेज लॉस्ट कितना है यहाँ पे, 50 डेज इंटू 1000 अपॉन नंबर ऑफ मैन आवर्स वर्क। देन इंजरी इंडेक्स, इंजरी इंडेक्स क्या होगा, इंजरी इंडेक्स होगा फ्रीक्वेंसी रेट इंटू सिविरिटी रेट अपॉन 1000। ओके, सो दिस इज हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू कैलकुलेट दी 3 parameters, injury frequency rate, injury severity rate and injury index, in order to measure the accidents. एक्सीडेंट्स की सिविरिटी क्या है, कितना सीवियर एक्सीडेंट था और कितना फ्रीक्वेंटली किसी साइट पे एक एक्सीडेंट हो रहा है, इन दोनों चीज़ों को हम इससे निकाल सकते हैं।